Hey guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life and just little things that I have learned as I have grown into the person that I am today. And it is May 1st! Happy May 1st! It's a countdown to the pool opening. We are less than 30 days away from the pool opening. I cannot wait. I am so excited for the summer. And it is, I mean, even though it's not officially summer, it's like 75 in Indianapolis today, and it's warm, and it's sunny outside, and it's so beautiful, and I'm in a great mood. And even though I can't go to the pool, I'm still enjoying this beautiful weather and just having such a great day. I had cousin fun day with my cousin Caroline today, and we rode around and listened to music and laughed and stuff. And then I came home and I've been like running around with Boo Radley and making some videos, and my husband had a meeting after work tonight, so he's gonna get home about 6 or 7. Then we'll probably catch up on our shows, watch a couple episodes of Schitt's Creek, take a nap, watch some Walking Dead, read some book, take a walk tonight. I mean, what a wonderful life it is, you know? What a wonderful life. I feel so blessed today. So blessed. And, you know, it's interesting because I'll probably talk a little bit more about this on my vlog, but I can remember like the end of September last year. I was like, how am I going to make it being stuck at home all the time and not being able to go out on my front porch and whatever, which I don't think I ended up stopped coming out here till like the middle of November or whatever. But I can remember thinking that winter was like so lingering and so long, and it was like November, December. I can remember counting like November, December, January, February, March, and I was like, oh my God, you know, April it starts to get a little bit nicer, and now we're in May, and I like made it through the winter. I can't believe it, and I'm so happy. And you know, winter was good. I had, you know, I had some good days. I had a lot of good days this winter, you know, and a lot of healing, and I got, you know, read a lot and watched a lot of shows and learned to really love and enjoy the inside of my house just as much as I enjoy the outside of my house. And so, you know, it was transformative for me. This winter was transformative for me, and I think, you know, I cleaned a lot of the basement this year, and I think that, and cleaned a lot of other spaces around our house, and I think instead of being focused on the negative, oh God, it's winter and it's cold outside and I can't go outside and whatever, I think instead of being focused on the negative, I tried to see like what things I could do inside, and you know, if you watch my vlog, you'll know that I have like fallen in love with sitting in my chair watching my iPad. In fact, I've only been out here one time so far this spring. Really, like sat out here one night and I watched like a movie and a couple shows. But other than that, I've been spending my time watching shows in the chair inside that I used to film in, and yeah, I really enjoy just like sitting in there lighting candles inside. In fact, last night while I was watching The Walking Dead, I was like Google searching. I love these like Capri candles, this volcano Capri candles. And so I was like Google searching them, like where to get them that are the cheapest and stuff. And I don't know, I just like, I always light one like by the table going into the kitchen, and then 2 in the kitchen, and open the back door so that the breeze is coming in. And I just love it. And so I've learned to love the inside of my house as much as I've loved the patio. And so now I don't look, you know, at it as like, oh my God, if it's like raining outside or if it's cold, I have to sit inside, you know? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I think it was because I looked at it with a different perspective, a different point of view, and I made it. And now it's May, and smooth sailing all ahead. I mean, we're going to still have rainy days, and, you know, the weather's not going to be great, and I can't go outside every day, but that's okay, you know? All right, so let's get into some meditations. I brought the Melody Beatty to start off May. Let's see. I haven't read from Journey to the Heart for a while. Should we see what the meditation in Journey to the Heart is for May 1st? Well, I went to June 8th. I wonder if that means something. Okay, let's go to, I always believe the universe is telling me something. Let's go to May 1st and Journey to the Heart. Ooh, this is interesting. A meditation. Learn to release old toxins. Okay, let's read it. May 1st, learn to release old toxins. Just as splinters can get embedded in our body, old emotions and beliefs can act like toxins and become embedded in us too. We may have picked up residue along the way, beliefs we didn't consciously choose, feelings we weren't safe enough to feel, toxins from the world around us. Now is a time of cleansing. Now is the time to heal your body and emotions, your mind and soul. What beliefs and emotions do you need to heal? Look around at your life right now. What are you thinking? What are you talking about? What issues are cropping up in your life? Wow, this is interesting. Who are you talking about? What are you remembering? Who has come back into your life? What hurts? Is that feeling familiar? When have you felt it before? Once you've identified what you're feeling and thinking, release it. Let the energy go. Let it leave your body. You can chatter all you want about what's going on with you, but that doesn't release the energy from your system any more than talking about a splinter takes it out. Sometimes the process will sting just a bit when you pull out the splinter, but don't worry. It won't hurt for long, and soon you'll feel better than you felt in a long while. Often the process of releasing old toxins can be as gentle and natural as the way a flower or tree grows with sunshine and rain. A bit of fertile soil and a little pruning and weeding. Growth can be gentle now. Growth can be fun. Breathe in new air. Breathe in new energy. Exhale the past, its feelings, beliefs, and toxins. Let it go. Let yourself be transformed. I love Melody Beatty. She's always like just so in tune to what I need to hear. It's interesting where this went to immediately for me. You know, I talk a lot about how, like in recovery, we say that resentments are the #1 offender, and that we don't have the luxury of keeping resentments and things like that. And in doing some inventory recently, what I realized was that I had a couple of, not a lot, but just a few, kind of lingering resentments that I was holding on to, you know? And that led into making me look at why I was holding on to them, like why I couldn't let go of those resentments, which I've worked on and since let go of. At least today it feels like I have. I don't know, they might, you know, pop up somewhere down the road, but today it feels like I've let go of them because I did the work on it, and doing the work on it looks at like, what's my part in that? You know, I just talked in a video the other day about why I love the definition of forgiveness, that forgiveness is accepting that what happened in the past happened. Not that it was okay what happened, but it happened. You can't change that, right? Now what are you going to do so that you're not held hostage to that event of the past or what happened in the past? And I think about that a lot, right? Like I think a lot about stuff that happened to me in my past, whether that past is last week, last year, 6 months ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, right? And I'm, you know, a storyteller. I talk a lot about my past. And so sometimes I get hung up on things that have happened to me. And I don't know that I even really realized that I had this kind of it was like 2 lingering resentments that I had, that they weren't really like affecting areas of my life on a big level, but a little bit, right? And what I really had to look at was what I was seeking from that outcome that I wasn't getting. Was I needing validation from people that I wasn't going to get it from? Was I seeking, you know, support? Was I seeking this? Was I asking for what I needed? What was my part in that? What was I doing to perpetuate that resentment? Because many times in my own life, I can have a resentment, you know, and people will say things like, you know, it's like renting space in your head for free. Like, I can perpetuate a resentment of something that happened in the past, or even something that's still going on, right? That I can't change and I can't do anything about, like, you know, whatever. And I can have some feeling or emotion to it. And I have every right to have that feeling and emotion to it. The question I have to ask myself is, do I feel that feeling and emotion, I process it, and I move through it? Or do I stay stuck in that feeling and emotion? And what I didn't realize was that some of the things that I was feeling, I was choosing to kind of stay stuck in, right? Like I wasn't really moving through it at all. And so they were turning kind of into resentments. Well, I don't want resentments in my life. I don't want to live from that point, you know? And so I had to remove that from my life. I had to remove that toxicity from my life. And that's what it's talking about. It's about changing your thought system, you know? It's not always about I need to be treated fairly, or my side needs to be heard, or I think that's a belief system that I've had to change in the last couple years, that like I need to be heard, you know, like I need, and I still struggle with that. I still struggle with it. You'll still see it come out, you know, in videos that I do, my personal life and whatever, this need to be validated, that my experience, my lived experience of what I went through was important to me, and you can't take that away from me, right? Like I think we have that. It goes back to that old adage I learned early in recovery of, would you rather be happy or would you rather be right? Like, I don't need to always be proving myself to somebody today. I'd rather be happy and be content in today, in a good cup of coffee, the fact that Boo Radley is still here and he's running around the yard, and then I got to spend the day with Caroline, and I'll watch some shows with Alex tonight, and, you know, go to bed tonight with my head on the pillow with, you know, an easy mind, and that I got another day here, you know, like, all of those things are where I want to be focusing my attention, not on the negativity and the toxicity of what this happened to me and this wasn't fair, and that happened to me and that wasn't fair. Like, sometimes we can become so consumed with that and spend so much time with it. You know, it's like, I know this is a weird analogy, but like, I'm watching The Walking Dead, and I just finished season 8, and I'm on to season 9, and so much of it is this constant fighting. And I've made this comment to people in my life, I think I even said it on my vlog, that they never like show like a moment, right, where there's like 10 or 15 minutes even of one episode where they're just enjoying what they fought so hard for, right? They're just constantly fighting. And then when one fight ends, it's like season 9 started, and like as soon as season 9 started, it's called A New Beginning, and they're showing like how happy they are, but then like right away it goes into something else, like a new fight, right? And I'm like, this constant idea of like, it's such a reflection, I think, of so many people's lives, and how much my life was like that for a long time, that it was just constantly fighting. Not fighting truth, not fighting, you know, what was important to me, not fighting people, it's just fighting everything, right? Like, I can remember my dad years ago saying something about picking your battles, and my mom was not great at that. I remember my dad said something about, your mom was never great about picking her battles, and she wasn't, you know? And I think that's why my mom, for much of her life, got very upset. I mean, she'd get upset about everything. I don't want to be that person. I can have conversations. I feel like one of the things that we've lost is being able to have conversations with people and hear their experience, right? And so what I've had to do is, those things that are causing me resentment, I can only control my side of the street. I can only look at, like, am I trying to control it? Am I trying to control the outcome? I can only control my response to it. If my response to it is that I'm ate up with it, I think about it all the time, it's what I'm consumed with, I don't want to spend my time being consumed with that, you know? I don't. I don't want my last thoughts to be consumed with negativity. I don't want that. And I don't want my thoughts today to be consumed with negativity. And I don't think most of us do, right? So it's about removing that toxicity. If there's something that you're fixated on today, work on getting it out of your life. Why are we staying in this negative? Why are we staying? I mean, it's something I ask myself all the time. And there's always going to be things in my life. My life is never going to be this perfect example of anything, right? There's always going to be a little bit of negative, you know? But it's like, can I take my reaction or my response from like an 8 to a 4? Can I maybe not let it affect me as greatly, like as you know, other things? And those were questions I had to ask myself. What am I doing? How am I participating in this? Am I part of the solution? Am I part of the problem? And when you take a look at that, you go, wow, like maybe I am perpetuating this by allowing this to rent space in my head for free. Maybe I am my allergies are killing me. I'm starting to cough, I can tell. My throat is itching so bad. Maybe I am perpetuating this resentment by allowing it to continue to live with me forever. I don't want to do that, you know? Especially when most days it doesn't even feel like it's there, and then it comes back up with something. I'm like, oh, where did that come from? Oh, I forgot that was there, right? I don't want to live with that today. I want to live in the positive, not in the negative. It makes life much more enjoyable, and that's why we're here anyway, right? To enjoy life, to learn from life, to pass that on to other people. So anyway, let me know what you think about that meditation in the comment section below. I really needed to hear this today. This was great. I love you guys. Happy May, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.